Use the power of your imagination because we have a series, Rat Infestation.
Mm-hmm.
That was not intentional to be a rhyme, but you know who would have definitely solved the problem in this episode? Hori.
Yes.
Because he's the kind of person that would be best qualified to take care of this. And it's not just because Hori is love.
Hori is life.
Welcome, everyone, to the UltraQuest podcast here on the Morphin Network. I'm Mike, and that's XL, and we are here to discuss the one and only, which I do not have a thumbnail of yet for some reason, because I've been so overwhelmingly busy trying to make thumbnails for our other channel, because there's a lot of Marvel stuff coming out because of San Diego Comic-Con. Ultraman Arc, Episode 4, on the Kaiju's tail. And yes, we actually have armor for 3 seconds.
Yeah, kind of thought it'd last a little longer.
Yeah, also we would have thought it would have been more, I don't know, earned. You know,
I guess.
Yeah, but no, it's just there. Like, it just randomly shows up. And also, like, if, like, he could get all his powers from using the power of imagination, why can't he just make a cannon that turns all kaiju into toast?
That's a good question. Is there, like, limitations to his imagination?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I mean, if Mandy can do it, if Weather Report can do it, I'm pretty sure Yuma can do it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I still can't get over the fact that, like, freaking that Bohemian Rhapsody from Stone Ocean was defeated the same way that Hokey Monsters were defeating Billy and Mandy.
Yes.
Just get Vincent Van Gogh to create a superhero that will turn every fictional character in the world into toast. Yeah. You're getting crumbs on my bread. Sorry. Yeah. For some reason, we do have a flashback of the previous episode where he has his first battle. And so, even less sensically, I do have to...
All right, well, I'm not a huge fan, personally, of the whole 3 weeks earlier teaser thing. I feel like, we should start our stories where they begin, not start them where they get interested.
Get out.
What?
Yeah, why just randomly flash back to that for no reason? At least in the previous episode, it took up the entire episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My cat's being weird right now.
Yeah, my dog is being normal right now. Yeah, and yes, that is an anomaly. So my dog should not be normal right now. And yet he is, so I'm very concerned. But with that in mind, we talked about dogs, we talked about cats, let's talk about rats. So we're in a homegirl's home turf, and where we find out that there is a rat infestation, but we're not exterminators, we're kaiju investigators. Well, what if I told you that rat was a kaiju? Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like you could really abuse that excuse and say, "Oh, there's a cat stuck in a tree. The tree is obviously a kaiju."
We kind of had a tree kaiju in Blazar.
Yeah. We had a
it was a mountain kaiju.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a whole force on his back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a rat kaiju before.
No, it's definitely something different, but it kind of makes the head thing on its forehead kind of makes me think of a Pachycephalosaurus.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Like, honestly, like, I was like, I don't like watch the episodes right away. I try to like skip through them in order to get screenshots for like the thumbnails of our show, and So every now and then I see screenshots of episodes of Ultraman out of context and Kamen Rider because, but so like I see these screenshots out of context and I'm thinking, and so like when I see this kaiju in this episode, like the first thing I see is that bulge on its frontal lobe. So the first thing that comes to my mind is, oh, are we fighting a Pachycephalosaur this episode? That's cool. Wait, why does its beak look like incisors? And why does its tail look like a rodent still? Wait a minute. That's not a Pachycephalosaur. That's a rat. A big stinking rat. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's a reference to something. A phrase, big stinking rat, with a Scottish accent. I don't know where it's from off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure someone somewhere said the phrase, big stinking rat, with a Scottish accent.
Yeah.
But we investigate and we find electrical circuits being chewed through, and it's like, oh, there's an evolved species of rat that eats electricity instead of. And I'm like, oh, geez, are we doing Blazar episode 3 now? But instead of insects, they're rodents. Is this what we're doing now? Is this what we're doing now? Let me guess. There's going to be a big factory that makes some kind of new energy source that's going to become detrimental if the Kaiju of the day consumes it, and there will probably be the risk of a massive explosion. I was right.
Yes, lo and behold.
In excruciating detail. It's like, what's funny to me is you want to move the first episode to episode 3 out of the fear of looking hackneyed, and yet you use this plot line for episode 4?
Apparently.
But at least we have more Yuppie screen time. And as we all know, Yuppie is love. Yuppie is, well, I don't know what Yuppie is. He's a robot, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a twofer. Yep, twofer. Just like the guy from 30 Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, we go investigate the factory, and then there's an area we're not allowed to go into. Gee, I wonder why. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Apparently my microphone was unplugged, even though that's not actually true because it's turned on, so I don't know why it says it's unplugged. But hey, at least we got this thing. I don't know. It's weird. I know Ryan always says that there are ghosts afoot, but here's the thing. I'm the Houdini to his Doyle, so I'm going to need to see some proof of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I really missed that show. And ironically, that show aired around the same time Kamen Rider Ghost was airing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. We got Houdini hunting ghosts in 2 different countries at the same time. How cool is that? Yeah.
But yeah, giant rat kaiju.
Giant rat kaiju. Yeah, at first it's a medium-sized rat kaiju, but we stupidly knock it into like an electrical field, causing it to absorb a lot of electricity. And what's funny is that, even says, hey, whatever you do, don't let the rats get it anywhere near electricity because it might become giant. Yeah, see about that. I wish you told me that 10 seconds ago. Why is that? Yeah, because there's a rat eating electricity right now, and it's becoming really giant. I think it's about. I think you're about to see it in about 3, 2. Oh yeah, there it is. How could you let it near electricity? I know. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Ultraman tries to fight off the rat kaiju while Homegirl tries to rescue the any civilians are still trapped in the building. You know, typical scarred fare, except it's not scarred, it's Skip.
Yes.
Not to be confused with Guts or Super Guts.
Or Sig.
Mm-hmm. Or whatever that other organization is from that one series.
Which series?
Exactly. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's I still can't get over the fact that there's 2 seasons of Ultraman, well, technically 3 seasons of Ultraman, where there's literally no Ultraman.
Yeah, Ultra Q.
Yeah, that's the third one that I was thinking of. I'm talking about Mega Monster Battle
Oh yeah.
and Mega Monster Battle Neo.
And Neo Ultra Q. So that's 4.
Oh yeah, I forgot Neo Ultra Q is one of those. Yeah, is Neo Ultra Q like a sequel to Ultra Q, or is it a Hideki Anno remake?
I could be wrong on this. I haven't watched Neo Ultra Q yet. I have the Blu-ray though.
Interesting.
But I think it's a sequel. I could be wrong on that.
Okay. Yeah, because like the way like the font of the title is designed, it looks like a Hideki Anno remake.
It's not.
I know it's not specifically Hideki Anno because he did make Shin Ultraman, but I'm just saying it looks like his style. The font. I'm specifically talking about the font. You know, based on what I've seen of Kamen Rider and Evangelion, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, we're fighting off the rat, which is plugged in apparently to the building. How is it so? And the thing is, you'd think, oh, maybe its tail, it works like an AC plug, so it's siphoning energy on its own discreetly. But no, it's an actual cable that happens to be jammed against its spine.
Yep.
That's kind of an odd decision on the writer's part. You'd think that like a DC tail would have worked better for that kind of aesthetic. Yeah, like it's like it's intentionally siphoning energy, so it's confined to a singular position, so that it could like fight Ultraman while it still siphons energy. But you know, like I'm surprised we don't defeat it the way Goku defeats Yakon in the Buu saga. But you know. Actually, is that also how he defeat Bowie in the Dark Tournament? No, it's weird. I've watched Yu Yu Hakusho so many times, and yet Hiei versus Bowie is probably the singular fight in the entire series that I have the least amount of memory of, no matter how many times I watch it.
Interesting.
Yeah, all I remember is he absorbs the Dragon of the Darkness flame completely, and Bowie is vaporized. And he has blue hair. That's pretty much all I remember. I don't even remember his motivations.
I see.
Yeah. But speaking of motivations, let's fight this rat, which has the head of a pachycephalosaur. So it's relatively invulnerable for a moment, but it's like, use the power of imagination. 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 I'm like, hold on, hold on. It's Axis of Awesome playing in the background. Are we playing freaking Jam of Thrones or whatever that song is called. Hold on, what was that song called again? Rage of Thrones, I think it was.
I don't know.
Yes, it's called Rage of Thrones. Yeah, so I'm like, is Rage of Thrones just playing in the background while I'm watching this episode? Use the power of imagination! 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 It's like... So he gets a battleizer. I'm just kidding. It's not a battleizer. It's just armor. And I have to say...
Sun armor.
And I'm going to assume that the other one's called moon armor. So, yeah. Given that in the preview they said that the sun armor makes him stronger but less agile, while moon armor makes him able to fly but the less powerful, all that makes me think about is...
Tiga.
Didn't even give me a chance.
Omni. Power. Speed.
Sun. Ultra. Because Pokemon. Okay, fine. Sun. Moon. Ultraman. Seriously, why couldn't they just call it Eclipse? Why couldn't they just make one game and call it Eclipse version?
Because there's already an Ultra within Eclipse mode, Cosmos.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, but that's what I'm saying. Necrozma could be the Eclipse because he's pitch black. And like when he fuses with Solgaleo and Lunala, he could call it Sun Eater form and Moon Eater form. Can you imagine that? You know, like something like Unicron.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Sun form. He's very punchy. So yeah. Rat Packy, say hello to Fist Punchy. Yes, I just took a Kyoruja reference and butchered it into pieces. Boom Packy.
Brave in.
Punchy. He only punches it like 3 times, and that's all it took to just crack that egg. And then he just Rider dabs, arc beam, built it in a cave with a box of scraps.
And that's it.
Yep, that's it. Oh, and yeah, like Skip gets a hero's welcome from the locals because, yay, we don't know who Ultraman is, so we can't thank him, so we'll thank you in his place. Yay. Hooray. Yeah. Here's some emoji and some vegetables. They're from some dude's farm somewhere else that used to have an insect kaiju infestation. But I heard that his son helped solve it because of some nitrogen-related issue.
Yeah.
That's oddly familiar. Where have I heard this before? But yeah, no, that's literally the end of the episode. But yeah, Ishida reports. Yeah, apparently Ark has a new armor. We haven't seen this before. But hey, he saved us. Gee, it's almost as if Ark is a good guy. Just like how Blazar is a good guy. Just like Tiga is a good guy.
Just like how Ultras are generally good.
Yes, except for Belial, apparently. And
Evil Tiga.
And
Trigear,
yeah. Yeah, I remember his name had something similar to Tri in it. And of course, Kilocon, a.k.a. Trigear. Yes.
Yes, not all ultras are good. Now, Malcolm, time to take over the world. The kilo, and the con. Arf.
Oh man, can you imagine if like you combine roles of Tim Curry into one thing? Like you get an email that says, "Is your refrigerator running? Then you better go catch it because Prince Alfred's in the can." Aha, 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 aha. Yes, on the internet, everything floats, especially your hashtags. Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for the episode. I have to say, I like the premise, and I do like the rat kaiju. It's overly simple, like something you would see from the Showa era, but the fact that it's a rat with a Pachycephalosaurus like chrome dome, it's like, I have to say, it feels pretty original. It's not a generic reptilian kaiju. It's not a generic bird kaiju. And yes, it's not an overly complicated crustacean kaiju, which the latter of which I do not have too much of an issue with. But yeah, how often do you see rat monsters in tokusatsu?
Not very often.
I think the only ones I remember off the top of my head was Return of the Green Ranger from Power Rangers, Kamen Rider Kiva, where you have those three rad kaiju. No, sorry, not rad kaiju, rad fangires.
Rat kaijin.
Yep, they're kaiju, not kaiju. Kaijin is an inhuman. Kaiju is an inanimal. Oh man, I miss Fireheart. What's that the name of that OVA? Fireheart, the one where like the dude's dad is a kaiju.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it is a cool concept. I feel like Man of Action should have adapted that into a TV show. In any case, yeah. But like the one downside I have to say is literally the fact that Sunform just does not show up for very long, and it just shows up out of nowhere. It didn't feel earned. Like I was really hoping that, Arc would at least be in some kind of severe trouble. And then he just unlocks it as part of a survival instinct. Like any other tokusatsu character with a form change. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one an 8.
Yeah, me too, to be honest.
Yeah, any additional notes you want to say about this episode?
No, not really.
Okay, yeah. I am curious, like, what is Ishida up to? Like, I know that he's contacting the GDF, but what are you up to, my man? Maybe we could distract him with some coffee beans.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, let's see what the comments have to say. We have 2 of them today. I'm guessing a lot of people are just really tired from Comic-Con. And rightfully so, because there's a lot going on in Comic-Con this year. So, let's have a look. Triple O XYZ says, hey, remember that episode Code Lyoko with the rat infestation? Oh, jeez, yeah. Don't remind me. That was, honestly, like, the most unsettling part of that episode was literally when that first rat got infected by Xana, and then it started infecting all the other rats. It's like the way, like they were practically cannibalizing each other and squealing for their lives. Like, that was just, like, blood-curdling.
Yeah.
And this is a kid's show.
With huge foreheads.
Yes. And that one creepy scene from season 3. With the plant vines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. We will just acknowledge that it exists, but they're not address it any further. Kind of like how that guy from Section 7 says, I'm not allowed to talk to you beyond telling you that I'm not allowed to talk to you. Oh, man. Okay. And then finally, imagine a whole swarm of these giant rats. Yeah, see, that would be more interesting. And I'm going to be honest, this feels more like something you would find in Tiga than you would in, like, the more recent seasons.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I guess.
Can you imagine giant rat kaijus attacking the city and all the Guts members are just scurrying? Shinjo's making a fool of himself. Daigo is being wet paper. Rena is obsessing over lipstick and dolphins.
This again.
While it's up to Hori to like figure out a way to defeat this rat infestation. Meanwhile, Vice Commander's just not doing anything, like he always doesn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you even there besides narrating the English dub?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, Munakata?
Yeah. Yeah. Do we even need Munakata? It's like, does he even have a focus episode? I think he did around like the late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
And even then, he wasn't even the main character. See, this is why I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. At least Honda got 2, maybe even 3 focus episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't die or turn into a robot monkey.
Nope.
No. And heck, even Joey Wheeler, he had to fight a gang of yo-yo users on top of a derelict rooftop, where the slightest contact from a yo-yo would cause it to like puncture a hole through it.
Yep.
Man, I can't believe Joey Wheeler used to be in a yo-yo gang. He seemed like such a good kid, but then they got involved with Fresno Bob and the Scorpion lads.
Yep.
Yeah. Good thing is Ziggy was there to set him straight. All right, that's it for the comments. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos, and be sure to share our videos because it helps us out with the algorithm. We do Ultraman Arc on Mondays, Kamen Rider Gacha on Wednesdays, Bakuage Sentai Boom Boom Draw on Thursdays, and Kamen Rider Fies on Sundays. But this week in particular, we are moving Kamen Rider Fies to Tuesday. So we have 4 consecutive days in a row of non-stop tokusatsu action. Arc, Fies, Gotchard, Boom Boom Draw, all in a row. And if you watch our sister channel, The Buttery Show. Actually, before I even bring up The Buttery Show, we also recently did an actor interview. Yes, we did. We had none other than the legendary Power Ranger actor himself. Let me just get rid of the banner right here. Paul Giddens, a.k.a. Master Finn, a.k.a. the Spirit Shark Ranger. And it was a really fun interview. You could watch this exclusively on Facebook for now, but later on it will be on YouTube. So watch it again when it comes out on YouTube. And he's not the only actor we've done recently, because we've also done Maigado as well as Jared Turner. So we got 2 Jungle Fury actors. And if you want to say hi to Paul in person, both of us are going to be at Power MorphCon 2024 at the Pasadena Convention Center from August 23rd to the 25th. Paul's going to be there. Mike's going to be there. Jared's going to be there. Us are going to be there, yes. The main cast, the guest cast, which we are grateful for having you guys here. All of us are going to be at MorphCon. So don't be afraid to say hi to us. We don't bite. and we won't charge you for photos or autographs. Yeah. Yes.
And I'll be walking around in a red Turbo Ranger suit.
Awesome.
As in Red Racer.
I'm glad you clarified that, because I was gonna mention I'm currently watching Turbo Ranger, and yeah, I'm about to watch episode 20.
Nice.
Yeah, and by the way, today is the 35th anniversary of the 23rd episode. Does anything significant happen in that episode? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but it did air today in 1989, so that's 35 years since its original air date. So yeah, I'm gonna post about it on my Instagram, which is right here, Boken_Kabuto, and you are
Axel Ranger
on YouTube. Yes. And yes, going back to our sister channel, The Buttery Show, we are finishing off our Trapped at Grandma's month with our final film in the selection, In His Father's Shoes, which does feature a Power Ranger actor. I won't say which one. You're going to have to watch the movie and find them and figure it out who it is and where they show up. It's like Where's Waldo, except it's a movie. And yes, we're gonna discuss that movie tomorrow, along with Kamen Rider 5 on this channel and on that channel. Yeah, and we do have a bit of bonus content for you guys, because yesterday 2 of our members have also discussed Deadpool and Wolverine. Warning: it is a spoiler discussion, so if you haven't seen it yet, go see the movie, then come back to watch it immediately after you finish watching it. Not a day after, immediately. And we're gonna have another discussion that's more of a pop culture news related discussion rather than a movie review discussion. I just made the thumbnail for that maybe like about an hour ago. And with all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, hug your loved ones, because MorphicCon is less than a month away. I'd say it's about 26, 25 days to go before it's the final countdown. And we'll see you there in person with all of these Ranger actors. But with that said, have a great start to your week, and we hope you enjoy all the content we have for you this week, because we have a lot of content this week. Have a good one. See ya. Peace.